When I mention the word social worker, many of your minds resort to this image or something similar. Unfortunately, social workers tend to have a very negative connotation in our society, despite the fact that they are actually very beneficial. Now, I have personally taken many social work courses and have done extensive research on it. I have also personally interviewed a social worker, and I will be attending Florida Gulf Coast University in the fall to major in social work. I'm sure that you are all familiar with some form of social work, even if you have not personally spoken to a social worker in your lifetime. Today, I'd like to inform you a little bit more about the career so that you can understand why I feel it is so important. Today, I'd like to speak to you about the education that is required to become a social worker, the pay opportunities that come with the career, and the inner rewards that the career has to offer. I'd like to begin by speaking to you about the education and hard work that is required to become a social worker. Like many other careers, social work requires people to be properly educated so that they can best perform their job. For social work, this typically means a college degree. The minimum requirement to be a social worker is a Bachelor of Social Work degree, according to Social Work Guide in an article titled, "Your Guide for Becoming a Social Worker." Now, social workers may continue their education with a Master of Social Work degree, according to the same article by Social Work Guide. Social workers are also expected to do something referred to as field work, which involves internships and practicums. This allows social workers to gain real-world knowledge while they have mentors that can guide them if they do something wrong before they are out in the real world on their own. These internships will typically add up to about 400 hours, according to social work licensure in an article titled Internships and Practicums. These internships require students to be either full-time or part-time, according to the same article by social work licensure. Now that I have spoken to you about the education that social work requires, I'd like to speak to you about the pay opportunities. Now, social work may not allow you to make the most money compared to some other careers, but you can definitely still have a comfortable living. The median salary for a clinical social worker in the state of Florida is $66,620, according to an article called Licensed Clinical Social Work Salary in Florida that was published on February 26, 2020. Now, it's very important to take into consideration the location where you'll be working because that can cause your salary to range greatly. Years of experience and your education can also cause your salary to change. Typically, people that have their Masters of Social Work degree will make the most money because they will have put in about 1,200 hours of field work, making them highly qualified for their career. Now that I have spoken to you about the pay opportunities involved in social work, I'd like to speak to you about the inner rewards that the career has to offer. Social workers have the very unique opportunity to impact the lives of everyone that they work with. In a personal interview with Jen Reed, a licensed social worker in the state of Maryland, she said, "I did not choose this career because I thought it would be easy. I chose it because it is rewarding." Social workers love the fact that they are able to help people with everyday issues that they may not be able to tackle on their own. These things can include things such as pregnancy, unexpected deaths, and poverty. Being able to help people with these things causes social workers to be happy and know that they are impacting the lives of others. Today, I have informed you about various aspects of social work so that you may understand why I feel it is so important in our modern society. I have spoken to you about the education that social work requires, the salary that social workers are able to receive if they feel that the career may be right for them, and the inner rewards that the career has to offer. I believe that social workers are very beneficial in our society, and if you happen to encounter one, I encourage you to thank them for their service in making our world a better place. They have found their unique purpose in the world, and I encourage all of you to find yours as well. Thank you.